This will be a very different video, but it's important for me to record this video. On July 11th, which is today, 80th anniversary of Wolyn Massacre, I decided to dedicate this video to this topic. As everyone is focusing on NATO summit, because as we know they are gathering now, they already gathered in Vilnius. Of course today, they chosen this day. I wonder why, but I want to dedicate this video to all those people who lost their lives during that time, not just in one event. There were many events taking place from 1939 until 1947 actually. It was not just Wolyn, it was 5 more provinces in that region of Poland. And I want to share with you some words of a man who was a survivor of that massacre. He escaped that when he was 16 years old. He saw his mom being killed. I don't want to say in what way, although I will bring up his words. When he was running, he found a shelter in the forest, and in that forest he met with partisans, and he was asked, "How old are you?" And he said he's 17, and he lied. Instead of 16, he said 17, because 17 was the age when they were recruiting, the partisans were recruiting to their group to fight with what was taking place. So he joined them, and he said few words. It was few years ago, that video I found on YouTube that was posted, but I want to read to you his words from that time, what he saw. The whole village had been slaughtered. The women were ripped open. Some were pregnant. It all fell down. And the little ones were put on pins, alive. The commander Jastrząb was crying. That's the name of the commander from the group, from partisans. We couldn't look at it. Now I even remember it, talking about it. They were all murdered with axes. They didn't shoot anyone because, quote, "It's a waste of patron," end of quote. In Ukrainian, patron means ammunition. So these are his words. Yesterday, as you know, I didn't record the video. I was actually watching a lot of videos from the victims, from the families of the victims, and it was very, very intense. And as you know, I feel very strongly a lot of things, so I needed to process this. And the beginning of this video, you saw me lighting up a candle in this church that is behind me, which you will see at the end of the video, because I wanted to pray for those souls and for the lineage, for the families that remained after that took place. There were people who escaped it. There were many marriages, many families who were mixed. So it was Ukrainian and Polish, wife and husband, and they were escaping into the central part of Poland. What I want to tell you is this. In the last 2 days or 3 days, we had Morawiecki putting a cross made from the sticks somewhere in some land. We had Duda, Polish president, tweeting, and I will exactly quote his words, as he joined Zelensky in, I think it was Lusk, the name of the place in Ukraine. He tweeted, Together we remember all the innocent victims of Wolyn. Memory connects us. Together we are stronger. Exactly the same post was on Zelensky's Twitter, so who copy-pasted who? I didn't know much about this, I have to tell you guys, but looking at the recent events, how they are approaching this tragedy, that's how Wikipedia says, Ukrainian Wikipedia, tragedy, Wolyn tragedy, no, a slaughter and massacre, that's the right word to use. I didn't know that in 2015, Duda, when he was campaigning to be a president, he made a promise to Polish citizens that he will solve this issue with Wolyn. He will bring it to peace, and I believe he will be requesting some form of apologies, right, from Ukraine. That was one point of his campaign. And I also didn't know that through all this time, from 2015, he never made any attempt to meet with the families of the survivors from that massacre. That's how they use people. They promise things that are very important for the nation, of the very sensitive nature. What took place there has no words to use to describe it. It's horrific. And this video will be shorter. I will end this video here because the victims, as they report, were 50 to 60,000. Some say it was 130,000 people that died this way. Some reports say that it was more than 200 people that died this way. And all they can do is to put a cross made of sticks instead of demanding the exhumation of those bodies, a proper burial, proper funeral, and a place of remembrance. Until this day, Ukraine has not allowed to exhumate those dead corpses. They are still there in that land, somewhere, right? So today, guys, I just want to dedicate this video to those souls who I know they are supporting from wherever they are. They are supporting justice, truth, peace. And as those people who are living, who come from that lineage, they have it in their DNAs and they remember it. I also know that there are people, hundreds, thousands people, who come from the other side, from the side of those people who committed that horrendous crimes. Do they know what their father did? Grandfather, grand-grandfather, uncle, brother? Do they know it? What's in their DNA? How this carries on through life? What kind of people are they now? I have started thinking about it yesterday because we think about one side, the side of the victims. Now those who were the oppressors, the killers. They had families. Those families are existing now. Who are those people, right? What's in their DNA? Are they different? Or maybe not? So I leave you with this. A few days ago, I was passing by this beautiful church that you actually have seen in one of my videos, and I was passing at the very moment when I heard incredible sound of bells. I recorded a video that is not horizontal, it's on the iPhone. So I decided to attach this video to this video, although I have only posted it on my locals, because I wanted my locals community to have something exclusive for them. But I decided today to combine this video with what I'm recording now, because that sound brings hope and love and forgiveness. It's a beautiful sound. So I hope today you give it at least a minute to contemplate on those innocent people who lost their lives, as they are now gathering in Vilnius, trying to create more destruction and more death in this world. Lots of love to all of you guys. I will be back tomorrow with news, but today it's a special day. They want us to forget this. But I don't think it will happen. It's just my thinking. You have all the links to find me down below this video, and especially with topics like this, I highly recommend you to join me on Locals and also follow me on Rumble and on Instagram as well. See you tomorrow. Bye everyone.